Hello, and welcome back to Stardew Valley Expanded. In our last episode, we made a lot of progress, mainly of which being that we got the steel axe upgrade, and we also made enough progress on our farming skill to get quality sprinklers. So we're going to want to get some of these so that I have less farm chores to do at the start of each day. This is going to require a little bit of grinding in the mine, but we need to be there anyways because we're going to need to get enough iron and stuff to upgrade this copper pickaxe. I'd also like to have this up to iron by the end of the episode, if possible. Let's check our mail. Come by the shop and check out the new rods I'm selling. They're the best money can buy, and you can customize them with different kinds of tackle. Hope to see you soon, Willie. So that's a really good upgrade. It's going to have to wait just a little bit, but I would like to get that upgrade because having some of those bobbers would be very useful. The other thing I'm noticing is that nearly all of our chests are completely full. So at some point in this episode, I'm going to need to completely reorganize this as well and get this better situated because 5 chests at this point is just not enough. For now, it's going to be a little bit of a mess. I'm going to have eggs in my resource chest. Doesn't make sense, but we're going to keep them there for now. I'm going to start popping some quartz in here while we're gone. We have a tiny bit of gold and we have no iron. We're definitely going to want to go get some iron immediately because if we want to upgrade this, we're going to need it. And also for sprinklers, obviously. We're definitely going to be focusing on using the elevator and only taking ladders when we see them today because it will result in us finding a lot more iron, I believe. Of course, I will kill stuff along the way just so we can work on combat. Pretty sure combat is our lowest skill at this point. It usually is. Takes a decent amount of XP to finish it off. I could be wrong, but it seems like it wants us to go down to the next level. I hit 50 iron. I think that's good for iron. I might go try to get a little bit of gold as well. We definitely have this lower end pickaxe, so it's going to take a little bit longer, but I think getting some gold might help. Maybe enough for 1 or 2 bars would be good. That is a lot of gold, and we got 2 rare discs. Wow. I'm glad I went down one more time just to see. We ended up with some decent drops for the ore this time. Very proud with that, and of course we got a lot of coal from those dust sprites. The rare disc is nice. We got a double drop, so that's awesome. Quite happy with this haul, and we still have a tiny bit of time left. I think we'll use that time to smelt what we can and get as many sprinklers down as we can. We have enough for 2 sprinklers now. And one last one there. That's not too bad. For now, I'm just going to be placing these over here in case I want to plant anything extra. I did gather a little bit more wood while I was waiting for everything to smelt. I want to make sure that we save enough iron from this so that we can upgrade this. We'll probably have enough money to throw it into clinched upgrades tomorrow, so maybe we can go ahead and do that. I am smelting gold overnight though, since that takes the longest. That's definitely enough gold to go ahead and upgrade that. We got a fir wax. I feel like that might be our first one. And no gold melons from that little patch of melons, but we have some more planted, so it's not super big deal. Our first purple mushroom. Pretty sure we need that for maybe 1 or 2 different bundles, so that's really lovely. I just got all of the iron smelted so that we could go ahead and put this copper pickaxe in for an upgrade, and while I was waiting, I went ahead and I organized all of my chests. I've got all of my equipment and stuff that goes here, things like ice cream and stuff that I can use and unlock and donate and all of that. Probably take one of those so I can donate it on the way. All of our seeds and things that we need to plant go in here. This is going to be kind of almost a miscellaneous, but with intention. So we've got animal products, artisan goods, and flowers in here. Then we've got all of our veggies, our fruits, our forage, and our resources. And over here, I went ahead and put the fish. So I've got all of the stuff that you catch on the line in here, and then more of the like crab pot type stuff and forage in here. That's a lot more organized. That should help me out significantly. Clint, if you wouldn't mind upgrading my pick, please. Thank you. And we'll go ahead and throw this in here. I'll put it over here for now. I might eventually reorganize in here. I'm not sure. Looks like we can make 2 more sprinklers. I am gonna do that. In the last episode, we were able to get to the secret woods, but I wasn't able to connect it up over here to this forest and Cindersap, so I wanted to open this and see how we get around in there. See if there's anything that we missed. It looks like a case of I just wasn't very observant, because I did walk past this and I just wasn't aware that that's where it led to. So that's good at least. Might as well continue to gather in here, see what we can get. I think these clovers make decent gifts, so I definitely want to be coming in here for these. And I could probably sell some of these, so it wouldn't hurt to grab them as well. Just want to make sure there's nothing important up here. Okay, so just this it looks like. Just wanted to verify, because I didn't come over here last time. Oh wow, I'm glad I came over here actually. There was a rare seed just hidden over here. Well, that's quite useful. That will definitely help in our in autumn, so that we can go ahead and get one of those grown. I will need to get, I believe, at least 1 more so that I can ship it as well. But that definitely saves us quite a bit of money. Can't complain about that. There we go, level 6 combat. Slowly catching up on it. And a really good amount of money. I went ahead and sold that sonar bobber because I don't end up really liking them that much anyways. And it looks like we got the 50k achievement. That's good too. Today is Sam's birthday. We'll have to bring him something. Melly, I'm really glad you've become part of our community. I've enclosed a 500 gold check from the Stardew Valley Agricultural Fund to help you continue your good work. Maybe you can buy some more seeds with it. These feel like they come up a lot. I feel like I'm getting these like every other week or something like that. That's kind of crazy. Not that I mind, because I'm definitely going to need it, but still feels kind of crazy. We've got our first large egg. We need that for the community center. I'm going to wait here just a moment. Sam should be coming out any minute, and we'll give him his gift. Here he comes. I'm going to give him a orange, because I think those are universal likes. There we go. So now we're up to 2 with Sam. Very good. I'm thinking for the rest of this day, I'm going to be doing a lot of clearing out here on the farm. Some of the areas here are quite a mess, and I'd like to be able to navigate them, so I think that's what I'm going to focus on. I did as much of the clearing as I possibly could. Almost a full stack of wood, a decent amount of hardwood, and a bunch of other supplies. We've got so many seeds, I'm eventually going to need to start a tree farm here somewhere. Might as well get these pickles put in so that way we get a little bit of extra money. Sure won't hurt. And there we go. Let's make our first dried mushrooms. Want to make a quick stop here at the community center and get some stuff put in. Finally, a steel pickaxe. That's really going to help us. And we're going to talk to Clint, and I've also been picking up a few things. So we've got this quest here for gathering gold ore. We could do that really quick, as well as delivering an emerald. I think we have 1 extra. We're going to go check for that. And we'll bring Clint a gift as well. Today might be all about Clint and just raising some friendship with Clint, because I've been really slacking on that. I tend to forget to go behind the counter and say hello to him. So we'll do the easy ones first. Here's the emerald. That brought us up to 2 hearts. That's really good. And then we're going to go ahead and give him an amethyst as well as a gift. There's the other purple mushroom that we need. And that should be all the gold we'll need. Very nice. That puts us still at 2, but we're probably doing pretty good on that. And we made a pretty decent amount of money. We're at exactly 7,000. I think the last thing I want to do on this day is work on some of these, getting them out of my way so I can actually navigate a little bit better, because some of them are quite frustrating. Oh, I'd wondered if that led anywhere. It looks like it does. Looks like we have a little bit of ore up here. I wonder how often this regenerates. Judging by the walls, it kind of looks like it might just be copper and iron. I'm not sure, but even just copper and iron is very useful to get a little bit of it every day. This will help me not have to walk all the way around these big rocks. Now it looks like we're going to have access to a peach tree. Thank goodness we got this before the end of the month. No more walking around all those rocks to get to the mushroom cave. That'll save me quite a bit of time. And I can finally move these. I think I might move the coop over here. So we might do that tomorrow. We might go check out Robin and get that kind of fixed up. Now I'm pretty sure I can't break this meteor, but we can get a little bit closer. Oh, there's something big up there. Okay, so we definitely need gold. What is going on here? There's like bags of money on that tree. It's kind of like an Animal Crossing or something. That's kind of weird. And what is this? Do we have like another farmhouse or something? Uh-oh. Definitely gonna want to work towards getting another pick upgrade, I think. I think this might be near the end of what I can do for the day. If I remember correctly, this was a cherry tree, so we'll have access to that next year. Just a little bit today, that's okay. It's Demetrius's birthday, that's a pretty easy one. I'm pretty sure I saved some gold strawberries for him. Still no gold corn. We might have to plant some extra corn in the following month. And of course, we've got our dried mushrooms. Let's put those in. Looks like both of our cows here are full grown. Let me go get a milk pail and we can see what we can get. Just some small milks, but that's going to be useful nevertheless. If I'm remembering correctly, I talked about last episode working on making some of the machines and stuff in this episode. So I think that we might want to start doing that starting today. But first, some more sprinklers so I have less watering to do. Anything useful from the traveling cart? I am going to grab the rare seed this time, I think. That way we have plenty of them and don't need to worry anymore. This scorpion carp isn't necessarily a bad idea, but I think I'd rather catch it because I'm going to have to catch it anyways. We have a cutscene. Oh, hello there. My dad and I are just testing some soil samples. Don't be shy. We could use a hand, actually. Could you watch this beaker for me? I'm going to grab the last batch of samples. I'll be right back. Thanks for helping out, Melly. Maru's a good kid. She's my special little girl. I wouldn't want anything getting in the way of her bright future, know what I mean? Just some food for thought. Hey, sorry about that. I hope you found something to talk about while I was gone. I was just telling Melly about the soil samples we're testing. Right, Melly? We're gonna say nothing. Well, we'd better titrate this solution before it crystallizes on us. Okay, here, Melly. Let me show you how to use the equipment. I don't want to lose friendship in that cutscene, so that's why I said nothing. We're here on his birthday. Let's not lose friendship. There we go. We're doing really good on Demetrius, up to 4 already. To be fair, I do think he was acting a little bit weird there. Okay, we're going with the coop there. And I'm going to move this probably maybe right here so they can't get behind it. I think that'll be fine. I'm wondering if maybe eventually I could maybe remove this bush so I could have 2 of them. I'm not quite sure. It's not a big deal either way. While I'm here, I think I'm going to grab some of these floor recipes. I'm going to leave the brick one because it's kind of expensive. But I think we're going to grab maybe those so that we can do a little bit more. Small hardwood fence recipe. Interesting. So there's new recipes here. I never noticed these. Anything else new? Not that I'm seeing immediately, but eventually we're going to need that. If anything, just so that we can craft all the recipes. Figured I'd check in here on the way back, and it looks like we got at least a little bit of iron. Okay, now it's time to get some serious business done with some of these. Let's make this butter churn first. So we need wood, stone, frozen tier, iron bar. We have enough for 1 iron bar, so we'll let that make itself. Wood, stone, hardwood, copper. I think I have some copper. We'll grab the hardwood as well so we can make that. And this also requires a copper bar and an earth crystal. We can grab the earth crystal, and as soon as that first copper bar is done, we will make another one. And then we'll need to go get some more iron in order to make the bee house. That's another one that we definitely want to be making. And I think we also want to make some crab pots. Yes, so we're going to need a decent amount more iron to be able to make that. Would be nice to have the recycling machine, so we've got a lot of iron on our list right now. I'll be honest, the worm bin wouldn't be a terrible one, and then I think we use the worm bin to make the deluxe worm bin, which is way better, but it wouldn't be bad to have a little bit of extra bait every day, for sure. I know we need 1 more tapper for our fern tree, so we want to work on that. Might grab some more copper for that. Okay, first we've got a cheese press. I think for now I'm just going to place these over here. We'll eventually get way more fancy with this. And of course, a mayo machine. Our butter press. And our extra tapper. So mostly what we're just missing is iron now. So that way we can get the few extra machines. Oh, and a seed. Definitely I'll take that. We actually have a decent amount of mossy seeds. Wouldn't be bad to make like a little fiddlehead fern area so we can get a bunch of those if we want to use them as like a food or something. I definitely want to get some iron before the end of the day. Also, I realize we can go ahead and open this, but we can't talk to him just yet. I think I'm missing 1 more scroll to be able to talk to Dwarf, but it's open. Our first floor, and we've got some luck. I think with 40, we'll go ahead and head home and see if we can get anything else crafted just before it's time to head to bed. All of our stuff is done crafting. We'll go ahead and throw in another mayonnaise, but we're going to want to hold on to these 2 because those are going to go into the community center. I think if we just can get some honey, then we'll be done with that bundle. I'll throw the mayonnaise in here though. We might as well because we need the extra bit of money. And here's our bee house. For now, I'm just going to set this bee house probably right here because these are our sunflowers. Not sure if we'll get sunflower honey, but might as well give it a shot. And we can make our first crab pot. Let's get that down over here where I fill my watering can so I'll see it. And hopefully we can finish up the crab pot bundle in the near future. That would be really good. That's a better amount. Wow, we're getting lucky on these numbers. It is the Trout Derby. Okay. So we kind of already know what we're doing today then. Let me get everything taken care of here and then we will immediately run down. I wanted to say thanks for taking an interest in my work. Here's a cooking recipe that I like. Fried mushroom. Thank you, Demetrius. Melly, I'm gathering data on the correlation between soil alkalinity and crop fructose levels. Long story short, I need a fresh melon from your farm. If you brought me one, I'd be very grateful. Demetrius. Absolutely, just not today. We can do that when the trout derby is over. Well, we got the periwinkle. That's good. Let's get to fishing. Well, we got the Dorado. Wasn't expecting that one, but I will take it. And some stuff that we can donate, and even some roe. That's good. We got the broken trident. I don't think that's better than we have, but that's really cool to get. And the diamond is nice. I don't know if we've turned one of those into Gunther yet. Those Dorados sure are difficult to catch. I've missed one so far. Alright, that's our 11th one. I think that's all I want to get. I am going to quickly go home and drop some stuff off before I collect my rewards. I'm going to put some of this in here for the Dorado row. I think that's a good choice for it. Definitely get a little bit of extra money out of those if I do that. And I think I'm going to save all of the rainbow trout in case I want to go crazy on this next year. And then most of the rest is just going to go ahead and get sold, I think. So yeah, it looks like our insect head is still much better than the broken trident. I would like to get a new sword at some point. Ooh, it looks like I missed one of these. Let's grab that real quick. I would like to get a new sword at some point, but I think it might be a minute before we get one. We might have to wait to try to get the galaxy sword potentially in the desert. We haven't found a prismatic shard yet though, so we'll have to see how that goes. All right, here's what we ended up getting. I think the things I'm the most excited about are this quality sprinkler and this crab pot. I'm actually considering giving this diamond away because we just got one in a treasure chest earlier and I have it saved at home. So I think I might want to give this one over to Willy as a gift. So that way I can get some friendship with Willy. Nice. Now we'll head home, we'll get that crab pot placed, we'll clean some things up on the farm, and then we'll go to bed. Got us a recycling machine made. I'm going to start to try to recycle these newspapers because you can get cloth from them and cloth is very useful. And we're also going to dehydrate some blueberries, I think, just for some extra cash. Level 7 farming. The only thing that I'm super excited about is the loom here, but we're going to need to work on some barn upgrades before we can use that. And level 7 fishing. That's also nice. I did notice that my fishing bar looked a little bit bigger today, so I was kind of guessing I might get that. And a really good chunk of change. We learned how to make the maki roll. Let's see what the traveling merchant has. We do have a shrimp, but we're going to be using those crab pots over there, so I don't think it's too big of a deal. We'll get it eventually. Nothing I think that we need. I'm kind of regretting not buying either the cactus or the coconut. I know today is also the trout derby, but since we did it yesterday and I think we got all of the prizes, I think we're going to be skipping that. The fountain is stunning today. Hello. Hi, Melly. The weather is astonishing, wouldn't you say? Did you know this fountain is 30 years old? It's maintained and repaired by a technician from Grampleton. Are you making progress cultivating your farm? I haven't visited it since you allowed me to set up my experiment in the cave, which I'm still thankful for. I think we'll go with talking about Robin. Robin told me she constructed some new buildings on your farm. I hope they're working out for you. Glad you're doing fine here in Stardew Valley. Owning a farm is a lot of work and may be overwhelming at times. Speaking of Stardew Valley, Do you know where our valley gets its name? Where does the name come from? Allow me to tell you. 1,000 years ago, a huge meteor shower periodically bombarded this specific area of the Ferngul Republic. Of course, back then, the Republic didn't exist yet. The meteors were so plentiful that their trails looked like fibers stretched across the sky. The meteorites looked like tiny drops on the trails, like morning dew on a spiderweb, so our ancestors called these showers the Silk Dew of the Stars. When the Ferngul Republic was first established 150 years ago, the Admission Union named this valley Stardew in honor of our ancestors. Have you ever wondered why your crops are always healthy, or why they so easily bear high-quality produce? That's because of the meteor shower. The soil in the valley is extremely fertile. It has an abundance of nutrients such as nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. There's also a high concentration of minerals present in the soil, including zinc, manganese, boron, iron, sulfur, cobalt, copper, magnesium, and so on. You can grow just about anything with ease thanks to the fertile soil. It's the reason so many farmers have established their livelihood in Stardew Valley. I learned something new, thanks. I'm happy you know more about the valley and where you live. The combined effects of science and history have made Stardew Valley a fascinating place. Oh, look at the time. I didn't mean to keep you so long. I'll let you get back to whatever errands you were running. Have a fantastic day, Melly. That's a really good cutscene. I definitely think Demetrius needs something more than what he has. I know he's not a super liked character either because he kind of comes off as a little bit awkward in some of his cutscenes. So it's nice to see him get a little bit of development. Oh, and it looks like he wants us to go get some of these, the crabs. I think it's probably going to be lava crabs. Let me think. Yeah, lava crabs. But more importantly, I am here for this backpack. I'm struggling for inventory space. That's what I've been saving for. Heck yeah, all of that room. Love it. I think that I'm going to go grab a melon. And then we're going to go try to get those crabs so that we can get a little bit more friendship with Demetrius going. We got the Stardew Valley Almanac. Never going to turn down extra XP. Got the Obsidian Edge. Is that better? Yes, it is. Ooh, that is really wonderful. My goodness. This is the first lava crab that I've found the entire day. I think that's where we're gonna leave it. We got some decent stuff while we were down there. A lot of gold, some jades, ruby, aquamarine, not too shabby. Only found one of those lava crabs though, so I'll need to make sure I leave some stuff in my inventory to remind me later. Alright, I'm gonna be leaving these items in my inventory to remind me of stuff I need to do next episode. We got a good chunk of our money back. And that's going to do it for this episode. We made some good progress. We got a steel pickaxe. We made a bunch of machines so that we can get started producing some passive income. We made some decent progress on some friendships. We did the trout derby. We got our first milk and a bunch of other first things. And we made a tiny bit of progress on the community center as well. If you made it this far in the episode, I really appreciate you coming along with me. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you again. Bye!